What's up, everybody? My name is Ryan Turford, and welcome to the second episode of First Impressions, the show where I play a game for the very first time. I'm Ryan Turford, as always, and today on the show, we got an interesting one. We got a weird one, as some might say. This is Jurassic Park on the Sega CD, and yes, there's a crack in my case. It's a Sega CD case. They break all the time, folks. They are not very sturdy. I really don't know too much about this game. I know it's some kind of weird point and click game, if I'm going by the back of the box here. Apparently you can learn dinosaur facts. So there's that from a dude with a beard and long hair and a cowboy hat. And it takes place after the movie. So there you go. That's what I know about Jurassic Park on Sega CD. And let's hop into the game. And here we are, Jurassic Park on Sega CD. This is going to be an interesting one, folks. Again, like I said before, I don't really know too much about it. It's some weird point and click game, very different from other Jurassic Park games, because there were lots of Jurassic Park games in the era. So let's jump in with the roar of the T-Rex as soon as I press start. I travel with the A button. We use the Matrix. We're connecting to the Matrix, apparently, with the B button. And then C button is fire/use. All right. Cool. So let's start the game, jump into Jurassic Park, see all that it has to offer. You're heading to Jurassic Park. Your mission, it couldn't tell us this any slower. Find the eggs of 7 species of dinosaurs. Take the eggs to the visitor center and put them in the incubator. Okay, cool. So I guess we're on a hunt for the 7 species of dinosaurs. Work fast. You only have 12 hours. That's not a lot of time. I mean, this could be a long game. It could be a 12-hour game for all we know. Oh, we got the white flash. Things are exciting. Apparently we survived the crash. We didn't even know there was a crash. But your life is still in danger. Well, of course, you crash landed on an island with dinosaurs. All right, here we go. We're into the game, and oh boy, this is something. All right, so let's look around our surroundings. We got a little waterfall here. Got the helicopter that's apparently still on fire. We got some kind of cave that we can go in. Apparently the visitor center is inside the cave, so that's a thing. And it looks like it wraps all the way back around, I'm guessing, to the helicopter end, right? Yeah. All right, let's interact with the helicopter. Let's check. No? Okay. We got something, all right. What did we get? We can select between our cursor and our stunner. Apparently there's nothing else in the helicopter to see. I guess we're basically like moving around the cursor on the screen to see just how much we can really interact with the game. All right, let's go in the cave here towards the visitor center. Ooh, look at that animation. Oh, that's fancy. Oh, there's a dinosaur over there. It's just eating the trees, and we don't really care about brachiosaurs apparently. So again, we can continue going down the road, going to the visitor center. Composite gatus. I mean, it's a compy. Can you just call it compy? Ooh, we can play. What does the play button do?
Compy is one of the all-time smallest dinosaurs, about the size of a coyote, 10 pounds. Fossil footprints show that compies traveled in big packs up to a dozen or more.
Oh my god, there's so much information about dinosaurs in this game. Oh, I wonder what, if we play it again.
Compies had sharp claws, long toes. They could climb trees real well.
Interesting fact. Apparently compies can go in trees and climb really well. God, we learned so many dinosaur facts today. It's very exciting. All right, let's head up the road to the visitor center, I guess. Wait, again, just pay no mind to the dinosaur on the side. Look at this full motion video heading up to the Jurassic Park sign, I guess. So I guess now we're going to go in the park. So again, let's look around. It's just each one of these signs is interactable dinosaur facts. Ooh, Dilophosaurus. So yeah, this game is a pretty unique take on Jurassic Park, if I may say so myself. I mean, again, we saw so many different types of Jurassic Park games. We saw games that were like run and gun shooters or platformers. I mean, multiple Jurassic Park games you played as the dinosaurs. There's also this weird like 3DO version of Jurassic Park where essentially you played a lot of weird like Jurassic Park mini games, like a match, like one of those like sliding puzzles where you're trying to slide the puzzles together, as well as a bunch of other stuff. It was just very, very, very bizarre how many different types of Jurassic Park games there were. Not only that, but Jurassic Park came out on every platform as like a normal game, but like every single version of the game is different. I mean, the Genesis one was nowhere similar to like the Super Nintendo one, which was essentially like a Metroidvania almost. This, as opposed to the normal platforms, again, it's just some weird like point and click game. I'm like, hey, can I go in any of these doors? It doesn't look like we can go in any of the visitor center doors. Man, there's like no direction in this game. You kind of just are like, oh, all I need to do, is I need to find the 7 different types of dinosaurs before the timer runs out. But it's just like, where do I go? But oh man, I got a story to tell. So little Ryan, of course, was really into Sega CD games. Both my brother Kyle and I, we got the Sega CD X, which is basically a Genesis and Sega CD in one. And basically we played a lot of Sega CD games, including a lot of really bad ones like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein or Bram Stoker's Dracula, or just a lot of weird random Sega CD games. There was also like other full motion video games like Tom Kent Alley that we played a ton of, as well as just a lot of games like Sonic CD, or there was like the Genesis 6-pack that came with the 32X. They gave you a bunch of like Genesis games with like updated sound, which was pretty cool. So like having Golden Axe, for example, with like CD audio was really cool. But at the same time, you got a lot of random stuff like this, or like Night Trap, or a bunch of other games that didn't really work on other platforms. It was really just developers trying a bunch of different things with games at the time. And it was interesting to see when you look at the lens of how games are now, looking at that experimentation and how far CD games had really come, even when the PlayStation launched. Like, I remember that being a huge deal, but that's getting a little bit off on a tangent. The story I wanted to tell is that me and my brother Kyle, again, really into Sega CD games, and I remember it was Kyle's birthday, and we'd seen that Jurassic Park on Sega CD was a thing, that it was in magazines. There was all kinds of advertisements for it. Like, people wanted you to think that Jurassic Park on Sega CD was going to be a really big deal, and unfortunately, of course, it was not. But the reason, of course, I bring up the story is that we went to Toys R Us for Kyle's birthday, because my mom was like, okay, so Kyle, for your birthday, we're going to get you a game for your birthday, and we'll walk around Toys R Us, and you can pick out a game, and as long as it's not too expensive, we'll get it for you. So, of course, we immediately go to the Sega CD games, because we'd been playing a lot of Sega CD up until this point, again, with the games I mentioned. And we saw Jurassic Park there, and I was like, Kyle, we got to get this Jurassic Park game, because, of course, there was advertisements for it everywhere. And of course, this was before the internet existed. You had no way of knowing whether the game was going to be amazing or not, or, if it was really terrible. So, I mean, for the most part, we really didn't have anything else to go by. Plus, we didn't know anyone else who had Sega CDs to ask for whether, like, opinions on Sega CD games. So we didn't know to be like, so we were just like, oh, we got to get Jurassic Park on Sega CD. Jurassic Park was so good on Genesis that we got to get it on Sega CD. And wisely, we were talked out of this, because we saw on the shelf right next to it was a copy of Lunar the Silver Star, which was an incredible RPG from Working Designs and Game Arts. And it's just one of those things where we were like, okay, do we take the risk and play this weird anime game that's also an RPG, or do we pick up Jurassic Park, a franchise that we know and we're sure we're probably gonna like? And we decided to take the chance on Lunar, and it's crazy to think about to this day that was kind of the game that really solidified me on RPGs. It wasn't like I had played RPGs before Lunar came out, like Shining Force 2, for example. That was the game that really got me into RPGs. But Lunar in particular, again, was such a special game, because not only did it get me really into, like, solidify my love for RPGs, but also got me into games like, it got me into anime. Like, we talked about this on the Sailor Moon episode last week. So if we had picked up Jurassic Park instead of Lunar, like, the series of life events of my life might have been drastically different. I mean, I'm sure I would have come to love anime down the road anyways, in some other means, with like Dragon Ball Z being on TV or something like that. But it's just one of those things where, like, there's probably some weird alternate reality where Kyle and I decided to pick up Jurassic Park on Sega CD instead of Lunar. and history would have been different. History would have been changed. And who knows what my life would have been like if we hadn't made that decision. So I just thought it's kind of funny story. And I think about that every time I look at the Jurassic Park Sega CD box art, if that makes any sense. Oh, there's just a T-Rex just walking around. Can we go visit the T-Rex? Oh, no. I guess the T-Rex pen is in there. And, okay, so I think this is where we came. So let's go this way. Let's go to where the Triceratops are. I'm guessing they're that way. God, what a weird game this is. I was almost expecting this to be like almost like full motion video, but it's just the dinosaur facts are what's the full motion video stuff. Ooh, there's a Triceratops. Can we stone it? All it does, oh no, it just makes it angry with me. So I guess we just got gored by a Triceratops. Is that what happened? I guess so. I guess, will the game come back? Are we just going to sit here infinitely waiting at a load screen? Okay, it waited all that time to tell us the game's over. That's great. All right. And of course, apparently you have one life. You start from the beginning, apparently. All right, let's hop back into the game. All right, so we learned our lesson. Don't mess with the Triceratops because the Triceratops will apparently kill you. Yeah, apparently if you die, you start the game over again, and that's just how this game is. So let's see. There's nothing we can really interact with here. And I'm guessing this is the road forward, so let's go this way. We'll just walk by the Triceratops. I'm sure it won't notice that we're there. Although it probably won't mess with us if we don't mess with it. Oh, there's a downed Triceratops just hanging out in front of this power station. Also, what's with this weirdly cheery music now that we've run into like a dead Triceratops? It's very bizarre. It's just, oh, okay, so we got this van that got destroyed. Oh, so all it does is honk the horn and attract the Triceratops. Oh, that killed us? Honking the horn causes us to die a death at the hands of a Triceratops? Man, I'm just learning all kinds of lessons today. Don't mess with Triceratops. They will mess you up, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I guess let's take 3, I guess. God, there's so many resemblances to Jurassic Park and Australia because everything kills you there too, and everything kills you in Jurassic Park. That's the lesson we learned today, folks. All right, so we made it back to the car, and we didn't really see anything interactable with the area we were going to before with the Triceratops. So let's go to the Velociraptor area. I'm sure the Velociraptors will be nice and friendly to us. I'm sure that nothing bad will happen with this decision. All right, so we got some weird mountaintop areas. Ooh, there's the low compy just hanging out. Let's see if we can stun it. Or I guess the stunner, the only thing it does is scare dinosaurs away. It doesn't really do anything else. Well, there's nothing really to find here. I guess we scared the compies off so that they didn't do anything. Ooh, we got some, I'm guessing these are compy eggs. All right, let's continue to this ominous looking volcano where the Velociraptors lived. I'm sure that nothing bad will happen here. No, sir. Ooh, we got some eggs. Or that's a big rock. I thought it was an egg. Apparently we threw a big rock at even bigger rocks and it made the bigger rocks fall over a bit. But didn't really do anything. Huh. It's a messed up logic with this game. And I don't really know where we're supposed to go here. All right, let's go back the way we came. Maybe there's something missing. We're probably missing like a missing item or something. Oh, there's the T-Rex again. Just hanging out. I guess he doesn't want to go to this side of the gate, I guess. So I wonder with the pliers, maybe we can go back to the visitor center and do something with the pliers. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can do. I'm guessing we're going to need like key cards for these doors. Well, it was worth a shot. All right, let's go back outside, I guess. God, I always feel like you need a guide for this game. If you're going to get through this game. I don't know how kids in the 90s got through a game like this. Especially if there's some weird logic going on. I mean, you got to throw a small rock and even bigger rocks to make rocks fall down. Oh, it's very weird. Maybe we'll go back to this Triceratops area and not make the Triceratopses mad. I think that might be... Because I think we were doing some serious exploring over here. Maybe that's what we need to do. All right, so note to self, don't start the car horn or else bad things happen. Oh, we can't go that way because the Triceratops is in the way. So, okay, let's honk the horn, wait for him to move. And no, we didn't get it in time. We did. Oh, okay. This game, folks. I don't know what we're going to do here. I mean, we could look up a guide, but that's no fun on first impressions. We don't want to. We're not that type of gamer. So, take 4. All right, third time's the charm here, folks. Clearly, there's some kind of obstacle. Maybe I can get past him just by walking by him. Oh, that actually worked. So honking the horn, maybe there's some other secret reason why you would do that? I don't really know. Oh, this just leads us back to the area we were in before, I think. God, the roads in this game are just so confusing. I almost need like a physical map of Jurassic Park because you've got like the north, south, east, west coordinates all at the top that you can use to like kind of figure out where you are, but yeah, it's bizarre. I feel like there's something we're missing in this Triceratops area. Because like, we've got this obvious box here. Obvious box is obvious. And clearly you should be able to do something with it. Maybe I'm just missing a tool? Like we're maybe missing some kind of item that can open the box, I guess? Okay, so we're going to go back to the Dilophosaurus area. Maybe there's something we're missing here. So again, doesn't look like there's anything else you can interact with. I don't know what did we pick up? Oh, we picked up a big rock. Now, what, pray tell, are we going to do with this big rock? Oh, we can throw the big rock there, so we can go this way. Okay. That's what we needed. We need to find... We just weren't looking hard enough for the big rock on the ground that we could throw. Take this, Dilophosaurus! Is this... The real question is this stun gun even doing anything? I don't actually know if it's doing anything. There's no feedback. Let's see if we can hop in this raft. Well, we're almost dead. We almost got mauled by Dilophosaurus that apparently don't like, I don't know, the stun gun just isn't doing jack to them. And we are officially dead to a Dilophosaurus. Well, folks, I think that's going to wrap up the this journey through Jurassic Park. Let's come back to me with the wrap-up. Well, folks, we're back, and Jurassic Park on Sega CD. Again, old-school point-and-click adventure game. Obviously, without a guide. Pretty difficult to move it around, as I showed in the video here. Again, I wanted to play it without a guide because it's my first time playing the game. Obviously, I'll go back to it. Probably if I revisit this game, I'll definitely play it with a guide because honestly, I think that's probably the best way to go about it because it's, again, it uses a bunch of like old school logic, or like I had to like really like look around for a bunch of stuff. Like again, the big rock, for example, that I found in the area with the Gallimimus, for example, I couldn't even tell that was a rock or something I could pick up. I mean, I thought it was a weird skull that was on the ground, so I didn't bother trying to interact with it or anything like that. It's just little stuff like that that I think is a bit of a problem. And like I mentioned before, it's just like, it's a wonder to me that we even beat games like this when I was a kid, because they use, again, such weird logic, especially without a guide or the internet. It's just like, it's very hard probably to pick up and play a game like this. But ultimately though, other than that, I thought it was okay. I mean, I don't think it was the worst point and click in the world or anything like that. I will say the combat with the Dilophosaurus at the end there of the video is just like, it didn't feel good to do that, especially because, and maybe it was just the stun gun that I had might not be effective against Dilophosaurus. I don't really know, because again, without a guide or some way of verifying, I couldn't even tell that I was damaging them, whereas they were just sitting there pelting me in the face with green stuff. So it's just, maybe there's a gun that I'm missing that I need to pick up in order to do that. But all in all, I actually thought it wasn't bad. Again, it's definitely not the worst Sega CD game I've played. It's probably not the worst one out there. It's pretty cheap if you want to pick this up as well. I think the most copies of this game you can find for like 10, 15 bucks, just about anywhere. And yeah, I'm interested to play it with a guide, and maybe I'll have more fun with it. Also, you got to learn a lot about dinosaurs as well. So if you want like a dinosaur educational experience, then you got that with this game as well. So just throwing it out there as an option. But yeah, it was interesting to finally revisit this game all these years later, as maybe 20 or 30 years ago, Ryan wanted to go and pick this up from Toys R Us. And now I finally played it, and I realized that was probably a mistake. So what do y'all think about this game? Let me know in the comments below. And again, let me know how you're liking First Impressions, what type of things you would like to see me improve on, stuff like that. Or if you have game recommendations, I'd love those too. Again, obviously I've played a lot of games, so for the most part, there's a good chance I might have played what you might be suggesting, but I'd love to hear suggestions as well of games I should play on the channel. Anyways, thank you so much for checking out this episode of First Impressions, and we'll see you next Friday.